What's up, everybody? It's your boy Melly for another classic review. And today I'll be, well, since we're in April now, it's time for some spring specials. I mentioned this back in December about, the other Rankin Bass specials that were done in Easter. So today I'll be talking about thoughts on the 1971 Rankin Bass Easter stop motion animated special, Here Comes Peter Cottontail. First broadcast on ABC back in April 4th from 1971. Oh yeah, today is April 4th. Damn, how many years has it been since it was originally broadcast? Ain't that deja vu? It's kind of funny that I didn't even notice today's April 4th. And it's actually broadcast this day back in 1971, which is, I don't know how many years, so I don't know. How long has it been since 1971? Let me check. In the great calendar. How long has it been since 1971? If the internet cooperates, that's the problem. Oh, boy. It's actually annoying, actually, because my internet is being stingy. If my guesses are correct... Okay, so I had to play a guessing game. Let's take example, Star Wars. Let's see if episode 4 came out in 1977... back in 2017, it will mark it 40 years. So 40 years, around almost 50 or 46, I believe. Because example, yeah, I think it has to be like closely around 45 or closely 45 or 50 years since the original broadcasting of Here Comes Peter Cottontail on his day. So hey, happy anniversary. And before we begin, did you subscribe? Did you hit the bell? If so, have you fallen asleep after you're supposed to be in a competition and you screwed it up? Now you have to ask some multibank to give you a time machine so you set things right. Well, you better go get on your journey then and move it. Before some dark rabbit with an iron tail tries to get you. So yeah, Here Comes Peter Cottontail was a 1971 stop motion produced by Rankin Bass, currently distributed by Universal Television, and based on the 1957 novel The Easter Bunny That Overslept by Priscilla and Otto Friedrich. The special also featured Steven Nilsson and Jack Rowland's Easter song, Here Comes Peter Cottontail. It was originally broadcast on its day on April 4th of 1971 on ABC Television Network in the US. In later years, it appeared in CBS, Fox Family, and the CW. And in 2005, it followed with a computer animated sequel, Here Comes Peter Cottontail, the movie, which mostly features his son. And if you've seen the special, that CGI one, Jesus fuck. I kind of like they featured some of the original stop motion from the original first film. And when you go back to the CGI, holy fuck. They made the rabbits into fatheads. I mean, literally, bulgy fatheads. Like, I kind of preferred the Rankin Bass puppets better. They look more adorable. These ones, damn, look like something from a test pilot for Animal Crossing. But yeah. And it's been a long history here. But yeah, let's keep going, folks. As for the cast, we have Cassey Kasem as Peter Cottontail, Danny Kaye as Seymour S. Sassafras, and also voicing Colonel Wellington B. Bunny and Antoine. And we also have the horror master himself, Vincent Price, as January Q. Irontail, Joan Gardner as Mom Sue. Well, random characters that Peter meets, like Mom, Sue. I think they're from the Mother's Day one. Madame Esmeralda, who's in charge of Halloween. Bonnie Bonnet was the bonnet that Peter found in a shop during the Christmas time. The hat shop owner, and Martha Washington during Washington Day. We have Paul Frees once again. If you don't remember Paul Frees, he's a lot in Rankin Bass. He did with the Winter Warlock. Let's see who else. I think a lot. He also voices Santa Claus if Mickey Rooney wasn't available. He was Kubla Kraus and Jack Frost. I think who was the Ice Wizard from Frosty and Rudolph's Christmas in July. I don't know who else, but he did a lot of character voice acting in many Rankin Bass specials. And not only that, if you don't remember, besides Rankin Bass, he was also in Disney as well. He was Professor Von Drake in DuckTales, and also the ghost host in the Haunted Mansion attraction. Hey, who wouldn't be scared by that voice? He was voicing Colonel Walton's assistant, the dad at Thanksgiving, Santa Claus. I should have known. The fireman and a rooster. Bubblegum, bubblegum, my favorite. Corn flavored bubblegum. Literally. Iris Rainer as Donna. Who's going to be his future wife? I think. That was Donna, I think. Yeah, it was Donna. She will still become his wife in this. It had a kid, which the second film. Greg Thomas is Tommy, the boy from Mother's Day, Boy 1 and Independence Day. Then we got Jeff Thomas. I think they're both related. Boy 2 and Independence Day. And also, Peter Cottontail was Danny Kaye's last film, a posthumous memorial not only on Kaye's career as a performer, but also his work as a symbol of UNICEF. The UNICEF. UNICEF. What's that sound? I do not know. It stands for the United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund. Oh, okay. He was with that organization. Okay, that's an honorable thing. As for the soundtrack, which, here's the thing. You want to know something? Despite the acclaim, such as the TV Guide's comment that the special had one of the best scores in children's specials history, there's no original soundtrack album was ever released commercially. ABC and Rankin Bass did produce a private vinyl LP pressing of the entire soundtrack recorded in 1971, but no record company has ever officially legitimate audio version to this day. Which in YouTube, I think they're only audio cuts or rare ones. That's kind of rare. That mostly hear there's some Rankin Bass that rarely release soundtracks. This is very rare for this one. And it's here, look, this is the soundtrack, has lit up the songs, but it was not commercially released. Look at this. Although not commercially released, a soundtrack album for the special was released for demonstration purpose for ABC. My guess is this, somebody must have grabbed a copy of it, made pirated versions, better quality, voila. Here's songs. Here Comes Peter Cottontail by Seymour Sassafras. These are Never Sleeps by Colonel Wellington B. Bunny with a choir. Beast of Bunny Always Sleeps by Iron Tail. If I Could Only Get Back to Yesterday by Seymour Sassafras, which that's my favorite, come on. You gotta love Kaye singing like that. When You Can't Get It All Together, Improvised by Antoine and Peter Cottontail and choir. Be My Today, Peter Cottontail and Donna, that was during the Valentine's Day one. In the Puzzle Live, where Seymour Sassafras and the choir, where Peter is out of goof after Iron Tail turned his eggs into green eggs. There's no ham included. And of course, the end they reprise of Here Comes Peter Cottontail. As for the crew, it was produced and directed by Joel Batz and Arthur Rankin Jr., teleplayed by Romeo Mueller once again. Music and lyrics by Joel Batz and Maury Laws, based on the Here Comes Peter Cottontail, Steve Nelson and Jack Rollins, from which the songs from 1949, Hill Rain Sounds Incorporated, based on the money that were led by Priscilla and Otto Frederick from 1957, Lothrop Lee and Shepherd Company, illustration by Adrian Adams. Character design by Paul Coker Jr., once again. Continuity designed by Steve Nakagawa. Editorial supervisor by Erwin Goldris. Sound and effects recorded by John Boyd and Jim Harris. Animagic supervision Kizo Nagashima. Character model sculptor Ichiro Komuro. Animators Yutaka Mikome and Takeo Nakamura and Hiroshi Tabata. And musical director Moro Laws. Which, hey, remember, this is made in Japan, so you're watching a Japanese film. Hold it. Sorry. On video, the special had been multiple released in various formats in 1990, 92, 93, 98, and 2002. Damn allergies. It was released in VHS by Family Home Entertainment, which, that's where I got my first experience from that, and Sony Wonder. It was also followed by a release on DVD, which I do on the DVD. It was released by Sony Wonder around from 2002 to 2005 until it was back in February 10th of 2009. It was released by Genesis Product. And then finally in February 18th of 2014 by DreamWorks Animation. In 2014, released its first to include the sequel, Here Comes Peter Cottontail, the movie. A Blu-ray was released by DreamWorks on February 22nd of 2019 as a Walmart exclusive containing a heavily edited version that runs nearly 10 minutes shorter. This same release was extended beyond Walmart to all media retailers in 2020 with the same edit version. To me, I consider Peter Cottontail one of my favorites. It's kind of rare it doesn't have a soundtrack release, although it has lists of all the songs it was released. I always like it when you find out every Rankin Bass is made in Japan. Holy crap, I forgot to know something. While I was doing my review of Cool World, I forgot that if their version of Lord of the Rings, did they made in Japan? Because it's Rankin Bass, so does that count Japanese as well? I did not notice that. I didn't put two and two together. So yeah, I might have seen Peter Cottontail. I have to do it. Let me just make it quick because hey, I think all of you have seen it, but those who don't know, well, we get an opening sequence with Seymour Sassafras on a unicycle explain, "Wait, here we go. Here we go. Whoop. Here I come." Pops out an umbrella. He slowly goes to the ground. He introduces himself. "Oh, hello. My name is Seymour S. Sassafras. This is the Seymour S. Sassafras, and this was his company." As a company, I mean his bag. Literally, that's a joke. The Seymour S. Sassafras company. He's presented himself and the company with the bag. Yeah, I like Danny Kaye's personality because I like when he chooses the celebrity host to tell the story of each character. Like, you got Burl Ives, who was the first celebrity who would tell the story of Rudolph. Then you have Fred Astaire, well, doing twice for Santa Claus Coming to Town and the Easter Bunny's Coming to Town twice. And the same one. Then you have, I forgot the name of this guy. He was in The Love Bug. He voiced the groundhog, Pardon Me Pete, and Jack Frost. There was another one, the Leprechaun, which he appeared himself. And you got this actress who voices Mrs. Claus in the year about Santa Claus. I forgot her name as well. You got a lot of famous celebrities being narrators and also be part of the cast of characters as well. Which is quite interesting, actually. Except for their major movies, like you got Mad Monster Party, you have bigger names like Boris Karloff is the main title because, hey, Boris Karloff, come on. He's Baron Frankenstein. Then you have also other like, well, I can't remember the other ones, but you also have Phyllis Diller as the monster's mate, which, hey, American's funny lady. And you got others like the Dream. Shit, I forgot the name of this one. The Dream. Fuck. Let me check my archives. The Dream Maker, I believe. Ah, shit. Yeah, my computer's acting like crazy lately. The Daydreamer, which is based on the life of Johannes. Forgot this guy who wrote The Little Mermaid, Thumbelina, The Emperor Has New Clothes, The Ugly Duckling, The Garden of Eve. But yeah, or The Garden of Paradise. Based on his younger self during his teen years. But Peter Cottontail was a good one because you have. Okay, but I do love the performance of Vincent Price as Jerry Q Irontail. The way when January described him with shadow puppets, like he first described Peter with shadow puppet with his ear. Every time he lies, his eye floops, like goes down, like floppy down. Just like Pinocchio, when he lies, his nose grows. That gag. And of course, that's when he scratches, you never heard. When he starts talking, you never heard Peter Cottontail? He never heard of Peter Cottontail. Well, he's the number one Chief Easter Bunny. Then you scrap him. Here he is. You don't mean you never heard how he almost lost the job to a evil, wicked rabbit named Jerry Q Irontail? Away, Maltazar! Away! Sorry, I can't do Vincent Price impression because, come on. We see Vincent Price with that laugh when he jumps on that bat to the full moon. He's born for any role playing the villain. Oh yeah, no way, that was Boris Karloff in The Daydreamer. He played the rat from Thumbelina. I was confused him with Vincent Price, but yeah, you gotta like it because here's the reason: the former Easter Bunny, Colonel Wellington Bean Bunny, is retiring. He's looking for a candidate, which of course his secretary, voiced by Paul Frees, is showing photos until he picks Peter. Which, of course, the secretary points out that he's lazy, he's dishonest, and he keeps fibbing, but he doesn't even care because he writes him when he was younger. Which, of course, when he talks to Peter, Peter's like, I never want to be the Easter Bunny, and he lies. I like how they use the trombone every time he lies. He plays the drum. Wow. His ear flops down. Peter, you're telling a fib. Well, maybe a couple times. Okay. Once you end up in a song where he talks about the East Bunny never sleeps. Then we cut with the secretary talking to Jerry Q Irontail in his residency in a cave. Which, of course, explain why he wasn't choosing to be He wants to be Easter Bunny because he wants... No. You remember the reason? It's actually pretty funny because... And sad because... You wonder why he called him Irontail? Because he also wanted to become Chief Easter, but only so he can ruin Easter for children as revenge as a child once roller skated over his fluffy tail, forcing him to wear a prosthetic one made of iron, which hence the name Irontail. Which, actually, his real name is, well, I'm not going to spoil it. It's in the second movie where one of Jackie Frost's... Yes, Jack Frost has a sister named Jackie Frost. Where one of the penguins revealed what his real name is. And it's actually pretty funny. No wonder he calls himself January Q Irontail. Which, of course, he decides before Wellington gives him the official Easter basket, which reads the official Constitution of April Valley, which, oh yeah, there's a Constitution. Which, of course, declare a battle between who will deliver the most eggs on Easter morning. Unfortunately, as Peter is being cocky, his friends throw him a party, which, guess what? He has to wake up at 5:30 in the morning, but unfortunately, Irontail sneaks into his home and feeds the rooster magic bubble gum, which every time he blows a bubble, his cock-a-doodling goes far away. He won't hear it here, which costs Peter not only the competition, but also January Irontail become the new ruler of April Valley, which of course he now made some new rules, like painting the eggs brown and gray, ordering the candy sculptures to sculpt tarantulas and octopuses instead of bunnies and chicks, and having the Easter galoshes instead of Easter bonnets. Meanwhile, Peter, ashamed for what he had done, which his bragging led to the tragedy, he vowed to make things right. Which, of course, one night he fell asleep, and then the next morning he ends up meeting Seymour at Sassafras. I don't know how that happened. First he was in the muddy forest, now he's in some colorful world that looks like in Wonderland. Which, of course, Sassafras explains in his... I forget what he called his place. Land of Surprises? That's what he calls it. Which, of course, he leaves April Valley in disgrace. Which, of course, he's also the supplier to April Valley with all the colors to paint the eggs and his garden of surprises, from red, white, and blue cabbages, purple corn to striped tomatoes, and orange string beans. Sassafras then lets Peter use his Yestermorobile, a time machine piloted by a caterpillar named Antoine, a French caterpillar. Antoine? Hello, hello? A worm? No, monsieur. I am Caterpillar. I like Antoine. Also, it's voiced by Paul Frees, which is actually pretty funny as well. Doing a French accent. Which, of course, they set up taking off. Which, of course, Peter thanks him. I didn't tell you everything, huh? Soon, when Irontail sees Peter about to travel back in time, which, of course, Irontail realized he forgot about Sassafras' time machine. So it says Maltazar, his bat, in a rocket to follow them and sabotage the machine, which, of course, he did by sabotaging the controls, which caused the machine to skip holidays, as remember, it can go backwards in time, not forward. Which caused them to land in Mother's Day instead. Which is an oopsie. Which has been the daily goof, like, since the rules of the contest did not specifically... That's what Antoine mentioned, that does the rules of the contest not specifically say eggs must be delivered only on Easter? Which, of course, hey, it doesn't say that. Which, of course, he tried. Without success. First on 4th of July, he painted the eggs red, white, and blue. And lied to the boys past his firecracker, but unfortunately failed, and he tried to egg him, but he managed to catch them all. Then, of course, while they're traveling, that's when he knows the fog, which I like how Paul went toward, wait, fog? Oh, it must be near April. April! That's 1 year away! This is Halloween! Which I like the design of the set here for Halloween. Where was the Halloween special for this? It looks pretty... Okay, green jack-o'-lanterns. That looks creepy as heck, but it looks pretty cool. Where was the special for this one? Which, of course, Ironton knows until he didn't even care because he likes Halloween. So he called on a favor from his favorite witch, Madame Esmeralda. Which, of course, he calls her in a residence, say, hello? Hello? Huh? Wait, is this January Boom Boom Irontail? Madame Esmeralda, how's my favorite Halloween witch? Well, you know. Listen, can you do me a favor? It's a white rabbit needs to be scary. Can you? Oh, don't say any more. I'll scare him half to death. Well, Peter is right there trying to. That's when she appears and tries to scare him, but fortunately, that didn't work. Caused her to be sad, which of course Peter doesn't want her to see her sad and gives her a Halloween egg, which of course makes her happy. And she calls in the entire clan of Halloween monsters, which of course backfires Irontail's plan. And we see a whole clan of monsters on broomsticks flying. Literally, we see ghosts, jack-o'-lanterns, a lot, and broomsticks, which is actually pretty cool. Damn. Unfortunately, Balthazar steals the basket, and I don't know where they end up. Yeah. Yeah, he actually steals the basket, but after getting the eggs back, because Balthazar tried to knock him out, and of course he failed. Peter tells he had to go back to Halloween, but they can't go since Antoine has to land the craft to fix it. Ouch. So the next thing they're landing is Christmas! They arrive in December, and of course they encountered none other than Santa Claus himself, flying in the midnight sky. He's all hello to Santa, which of course he knows Peter, because hey, he knows everybody. Which, of course, Peter warns him about Irontail. He said, don't be afraid. I'm not afraid of that rabbit. Of course, Peter just dresses as Santa Claus, paints his eggs into Christmas color. That's when he hears somebody cry. Okay, guess where Antoine is? He's snuggling in his beard, being nice and warm, until Peter hears crying. Guess who it is? Bonnie the Bonnet, which is a Easter bonnet. She was an Easter bonnet who left April Valley years ago, but fortunately, she's sad because no one wants to buy her. So Peter tells the shopkeeper he'll trade his Christmas eggs for Bonnie, which he agrees, but until that, and what he knows, he left the eggs outside, which of course, the shopkeeper screams because there's another rabbit. Well, of course, it's Irontail saying, careless, careless. Away, Balthazar! Away! Which, of course, Peter left in a hurry, unaware he left Antoine in the shop. He took Bonnie with him, but then, when he starts the machine, that's when he realized, hey, mon ami! Don't leave your friend behind! He realized he can't stop. I can't stop! I'm sorry! I can't stop! I don't know how! Au revoir, mon ami! Au revoir! What you got? We can see these nice cutscenes where we see from sketch to stop motion until Irontail smacks, kisses Santa's sleigh right there. Hey, those are Peter's eggs. Hey, stick it to your own holiday. Of course, Santa returns the eggs to Peter again, which is actually pretty fun how Irontail went smack to Santa's sleigh. Soon after, he doesn't know how to stop the machine until he realizes Bonnie tells them that the button that says stop. And guess where they stop at? Valentine's Day, which of course, then Bonnie says, don't tell me, let me guess. Paint. And they both laugh. And this is where he met Donna, a female bunny. He gives her for Valentine's Day, and they had a little musical number where everybody's dancing, ice skating, and a Valentine's Day dance. But fortunately, Iron Tail appears, grabs his spell book, and turns the eggs into green. How green? From green outside to the green. The shell is green, the white parts are green, even the yolk is green. Yeah, like green eggs and ham? Yeah. You can thank Iron Tail for that. After what happened, Peter down the dumps until that's when Bonnie notices, hey, what's the next holiday? Oh, it's March. St. That's why Bonnie thought he's just stuttering until, blimey, Bonnie! It's St. Patrick's Day! The color of the Irish green of the Amber Isle! Which, of course, with that, he won the contest and now became the official Chief Easter Bunny. Antoine returned as beautiful butterfly. As for Iron Tail, he's now worked as a janitor for April Valley, while Peter leads a parade of all the characters appeared in the special. I like how the ending with the reprise of the song Here Comes Peter Cottontail. We see him giving Easter eggs to all the people he met from each holiday. And the ending, we see all the characters say, Happy Easter! Which, hey, the same thing like with Here Comes Santa Claus. Like, Merry Christmas! Yeah. And those are my thoughts on Here Comes Peter Cottontail. People, I recommend seeing this if you're a fan. And plus, today's I think like the 46th or 50th anniversary of Here Comes Peter Cottontail. And hey, I recommend watching this if you're a fan of stop motion. And if you like these type of Easter specials, hey, I recommend watching this if you have a kid. Show it, because hey, you don't see shows like this anymore, and Rankin knows how to do it just right. As for the cast, hey, you got a lot of talented cast from Danny Kaye, Vincent Price, Cassey Kasem. Damn, you have a lot of awesome people here. Even Paul Frees, which anybody went to Disney, well, I'm not going to repeat it twice or four, you know. You all know what I'm saying. You know who he is. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, now I remember. Cassey Kasem, I forgot. How stupid am I? If you don't know who it is, Peter Cottontail voiced none other than the first actor to voice Shaggy Rogers in Scooby-Doo. So, you're listening to Shaggy being a Easter Bunny now. Which is actually pretty cool, I didn't know that. So you have big names like I said before. I'm not going to repeat it, but hey. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of Here Comes Peter Cottontail. Did you like this special when you saw it when you were a kid? Do you keep watching it during every Easter? To me, I liked it. I like the songs, the characters. Hey, come on. Every time you see okay. You like to support the hero, but you gotta like the villains. The villains are always cool and creative. But yeah, until then, if you're new to the channel, remember to like the video, subscribe, hit the bell so you won't miss any of our great content. And remember our goal is to hit 1 million subscribers or at least 500k, 100k. Until then, have a great day, everybody. Stay safe, peace out, and enjoy your spring break. Now I'm falling. Okay.